It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Sacramento Kings. Kings begin with the basketball. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Giannis with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Nice finish at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
De'Aaron Fox. Screen coming. To Bagley. The shot blocked by Antetokounmpo.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Eric Bledsoe at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Fox across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Gets it in the left corner from long range. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple any way you want it.
The pass taken away by the Kings. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. To Fox. Buddy Hield. Add 2 points to the board.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Sacramento ball. Goes to the right side. Turned away by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
De'Aaron Fox, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back, hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
2 points. The assist from
Fox with it. Down 6. To Hield. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Kings with the ball. Screen coming. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
To all the fantasy players out there, how do you not take a guy like Chris Middleton? He gets you points, rebounds, assists every night. And, by the way, he's second only to LeBron James in total minutes played last year.
Bledsoe slams it down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
To Middleton. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Got it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Lopez. And the Kings able to clear the board. Fox into the front court. Down 4. Buddy Hield. Won't go. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
And count the basket.
There's a reason they call him the Greek Freak. With his ball skills, pretty good. With his height, 6'11". His athleticism, 40-inch vertical plus. And he's most dangerous in transition, which is probably the reason why he had an MVP caliber year with career highs in points, rebounds, and field goal percentage.
Buddy Hield. Couple of cracks.
Sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Team foul number 2.
Buddy Hield. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads a bucket. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Count the basket inside.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Middleton. Brogdon to Lopez. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Into the front court, it's Fox. Trailing by 4.
Come on, you're right. Come on, you're right.
Screen coming.
Spin.
De'Aaron Fox. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Lopez. Baseline drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Eric Bledsoe trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. To Randolph. Kings have the basketball. To Fox. Return label included.
Offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Time for some new personnel into the game. De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Runners good there.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
To Bledsoe. Cruises inside for 2.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions.
Number 7. Score.
Cashes in for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender...
Chenzo. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
That's out of bounds, off of Giannis. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Screen left coming, screen left. Watch the cutter coming through. Bump.
Shot by Fox, no good. And count the basket inside.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
It's Sacramento ball. Driving his Fox, but he can't get it to fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
The assist from number 5, De'Aaron.
To DiVincenzo. Easy path to the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Fox to the basket, but his shot stays out. Bledsoe can't get the bounce. Has a chance. Shot by Warren misses. To Bledsoe. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Fox across the timeline. Down a bundle. Shot from the lane won't go. To Bledsoe. The drive. Right to the... Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
George Hill into the game.
Gets to the basket, but it's no good. To Hill.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Sacramento ball. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Nice pass to set things up.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
The pass stolen by Sacramento. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free pizza.
And a little bit of a handle there. But let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Trying to cash in. Hill shot, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's good, and one.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Great look and vision. Count it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To George Hill. Bledsoe. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
That boy's living his best life.
Has a chance. Farrell can't connect. To Lopez. Has a look. Shot by Lopez off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
It was right there. Lopez gets it in the left corner. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Knocks down the first.
For the Kings, number 00, Willie Cauley-Stein. Into the game for the Bucks, number 13, Malcolm Brogdon.
2 for 2 on that trip. Kings with the ball.
I got the steal.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
And scores on the Euro step.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Lopez. Has a chance.
Rebound.
Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Buddy Hield. The Bucks clear the rebound. To Hill. Has a look. God, tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To George Hill. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
One could make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Cauley-Stein to Hield. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. Trying to cash in. And the rebound taken in by Sacramento.
Who gonna do this?
Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
That's me. Got ball.
To Brogdon. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
And the finish at the rim.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Entering the game for the team, number 12, TJ.
Deep two there, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
To Hield. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Hield. Going to launch beyond the arc. Taken down by Giannis. To Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Buddy Hield. Fires the three. No good. And scores. Strong take.
Ed, I have a rule. If you're 6'9" or taller, I don't want to see you jelly it. I don't want to see any kind of weird spin or English on the ball. Just dunk it. Keep it simple, please.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Picked up by the Bucks.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
From the painted area, won't go down. Drives, but a shot won't go down. Hill into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Gets a look, can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Ah, you've got to get that one to go. To Adetokunbo. It's blocked by Warren.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Buddy Hield. Down low, Cauley-Stein. Rejected by Giannis.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Buddy Hield. Oh, the touch at the rim. Counted.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And a backcourt violation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 9.
De'Aaron Fox. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
The pass taken away by the Kings.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To DiVincenzo. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Short jumper off the mark. Fox with it. His guys down big. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
George Hill. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Randolph. De'Aaron Fox. Has a chance. A shot no good there by Randolph. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
The assist from number 9.
Fox into the front court. Down a bundle. Nice pass to set things up. De'Aaron Fox slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
To Middleton. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
De'Aaron Fox. Hill across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. To DiVincenzo. And he finishes at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox to Randolph. Not that time. Trying to cash in. Maker shot off the mark.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Stepping in for Sacramento, number 35.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
He'll put it up at the buzzer, and the rebound belongs to Sacramento. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Bucks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Kings have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Defense.
The Milwaukee Bucks are exhibiting some great defense. They're refusing to let shooters get comfortable and showing great anticipation in the passing lanes.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Get back. I got him. Here we go.
Short jumper misses.
Good boy, baby. Good boy.
Into the front court, it's Fox. Looking to make something happen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Good job, boy.
Just not going down.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt. And that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
Driving right to the basket. Turned away by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Oh, emphatic slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Fox across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Fires the three. He missed his first four from downtown. He finally gets a three to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Buddy Hield. It goes down.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
De'Aaron Fox. Nice pass to set things up. Good touch from Marvin Bagley.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Got a piece to knock it away. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. To Bledsoe. Has a chance. Can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Buddy. Bucks at the controls to Brogdon. And coasting in for two.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
It's denied by Giannis.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Bucks have it. To Lopez. Throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Bagley knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. He wants it at the rim and scores.
I got to give a lot of respect to Malcolm Brogdon. He got Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago, but I think he flew under the radar. It's a lot more difficult in that second year when scouting report gets very enhanced. Let's see how year 3 works out.
Short jumper won't go down. Great feed, sets it up. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Bogdan Bogdanovic at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Good shot, man.
to Brogdon. Slam dunk, Malcolm Brogdon.
If you know a guy is a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Bagley to Hield. Oh, Middleton with the rejection.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Brogdon to Adetokunbo. Layup goes down. Well done.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Driving is Fox, but he can't get it to fall. To Adetokunbo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Free throw try, off the mark. Short jumper stays out. To Middleton. And that's rebounded by the Kings. Buddy Hield to Fox. And a nice finish at the rim. The pass stolen by Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox. Cauley-Stein powers it through.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Sacramento ball, De'Aaron Fox. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Bledsoe. And the rebound corralled by Fox. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
The pass taken away by the Kings.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
De'Aaron Fox. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Has a look. Bledsoe shot misses. Cauley-Stein to Fox. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Brook Lopez, 4 out of 7.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lopez. And he hits.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the
De'Aaron Fox. Great dish to set it up. And the basket good at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, emphatic slam.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Shot by Fox, off the mark. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Fox with it. His guys down big. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To DiVincenzo. Count the basket at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Kings with the ball. Lays it up and in.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Bledsoe to DiVincenzo. Count the bucket for two.
I said this on draft night that was one of the most valued picks in the draft that year. Donte DiVincenzo, the Michael Jordan of Delaware. That's what they called him in his hometown. He scored 31 points in the national championship game. He's not afraid to do it on both ends of the court as well.
To Hill. George Hill. He's now 4 for 6.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
De'Aaron Fox knocks it down from mid-range.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. And Eric Bledsoe, tough make there. You can't fault the defender. It's a three.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
And counted at the rim.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
To DiVincenzo. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Runner's good there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To DiVincenzo. Trying to cash in. Off the mark.
Make the next one. Make the next one.
Fox into the front court. Down a bundle. To Randolph. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Willie Cauley-Stein. Couple of free throws on the way. Career mark of 64%. Oops, he missed the first one. Misses the second as well. To Bledsoe. Add 2 points to the board.
The assist from number 6, Eric Bledsoe.
Into the front court, it's Fox. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Bledsoe not getting the bounce. Fox across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
For three, now that's a contest.
Show me something better than that, baby. Okay, time.
It's the Kings now with the ball. That is great vision to set it up. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And hits the first free throw.
Good shot.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Fox to the basket, but a shot stays out. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And that one out of bounds off a buck. De'Aaron Fox slams it down.
The assist from number 3.
Get back.
That ends the third quarter. The Bucks in command of this one. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
De'Aaron Fox, leaving no doubt, slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
You gotta get up on that.
Bledsoe. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Lopez. 4-3. Can't connect. It's no good. Fox with it. He'll run the offense. Got it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And count the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Has a chance. Bledsoe shot off the mark. De'Aaron Fox. Shot from the lane won't go. Count the basket inside.
Then, instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox. Count the basket.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. Has a look. Shot by Lopez off the mark.
Screen come.
De'Aaron Fox. From long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
The pass stolen by Sacramento.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Turns and slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Doesn't get the bounce. It's Sacramento ball. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
The Kings will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 3, George Hill.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down. And gets both to drop at the line. Cruises inside for two.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Substitution being made in this one.
And number 8, Bogdanović.
Buddy Hield. Short jumper stays out. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
He's denied.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Hill into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead.
Number 6, Eric Bledsoe.
De'Aaron Fox. Great feed. And he drains it.
Ed, I know we live in a new age where players rather take a 3 than a 2. But if you get an easy 2, that's a guaranteed bucket. You have to take it.
The assist from number 3, George Hill.
De'Aaron Fox to Bagley. Cashes in for 2.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
And the rebound pulled in by the Kings. To Fox. Nice pass to get things going.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Bagley to Fox. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
To George Hill.
Close out.
Shot from in close, no good. To Fox. Bagley. The drive, right to the basket, to Hield. To Fox. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 50, Zach Randolph. And number 3.
Get back.
To Hill. And count the basket inside.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
To Randolph. Shot won't go. To DiVincenzo, beyond the arc for three. This young man can drill them on a dime. Dante DiVincenzo.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The big fella, Zach Randolph. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
To Randolph. Lets it fly from long range. Rebound taken by Maker.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Marvin Bagley with the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To DiVincenzo. Bagley there for the board. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Bledsoe shot misses. Sacramento ball. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Got toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Won't go. He can do better than that.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Runners answer's good there.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. The follow won't go either. Hill across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Have you considered a luxury box for your next group event? Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for the Sacramento Kings. Number 5.
Straight down the middle, 4-2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocked loose. To Adetokunbo. Stuffs it down with authority.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here comes the screen.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left. Watch that cutter. Watch that cutter. Watch that cutter.
Rejected by Giannis. Whoa, Chris Middleton. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Jason Smith. That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 2. Milwaukee Bucks are in the penalty.
Good look that time, but off the mark. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Kings finished on the losing end of a close score. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Assists.
It's a shame only one team can win when you have such great team basketball on display. The ball movement was tremendous.
Player of the game.
Eric Bledsoe is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.